Hello Space Fairies! So this time around I'm recording this audio separate to me filming the painting. What usually happens is I talk whilst I'm painting and then I edit it all together. But this time around I accidentally forgot I was recording and started watching Netflix, so couldn't use any of that audio. So I put a shout out on Twitter, I asked you guys what you think I should talk about, and some of you said me on YouTube. So I'm going to tell you the story of me versus YouTube. It's always a versus thing for some reason. So if you ever go to my about page or my home page on YouTube, I don't know what it's called, profile I guess, you'll see that I started my YouTube channel in early 2012. But this was not my first foray into the world of YouTube. In fact, to this day I can still remember what the very first video I watched on YouTube was. It was 2005, I was on the family computer in the living room / dining room, and I just missed an episode of Fairly Odd Parents. Well, no, I missed the end of an episode of Fairly Odd Parents, and I was really frustrated because I wanted to know how it ended. I decided to go on the internet and see if I could look up a video of the end of Fairly Odd Parents. And I then found this miraculous site called YouTube.com. I remember saying to my brother, I said, Jared, did you know that there's a website with literally every episode of Fairly Odd Parents on it? And he was like, that can't be real, that sounds illegal. And I was like, it's right here, I'm watching it right now. But yes, that was the first thing I ever saw on YouTube. And then YouTube was, for the next 3 years for me, genuinely just a place that I went to watch my favourite cartoon shows. And it wasn't until 2008 where I went to university where I first actually discovered YouTubers. I had a lot of free time at university because I didn't get along with my current housemates and I didn't really have many friends in classes, so I spent all of my time outside of classes either talking to Amy on MSN or watching things on the internet. And one of the things I started watching a lot of was Rhett and Link, back when they only had about 20,000 subscribers. And I found that because Daniel J. Layton posted a video about Facebook on Facebook. It was something like the Facebook song. And it was someone who wasn't Rhett and Link, had made a silly song about Facebook. And one of the suggested videos was this Rhett and Link one about Facebook. So I watched that and I thought, this is brilliant. These people made this themselves with their own equipment, for no reason other than to be entertaining or to be funny or because they wanted to. And then I checked their channel and they had loads more, so I just kept watching. And then they had this video about crayons and the colours of crayons, and it had some English YouTubers in. I didn't know what a YouTuber really was at this stage. I was 18, 2008. And in the suggestions bar, again, there were just a number of British YouTubers. And I thought, well, who are these people? They seem to just be making videos and that's all they're doing with their life. What's that all about? And I clicked on one, and it was just this English boy with kind of like this black fringe, and he seemed to be obsessed with this cuddly toy lion, or lions in general. And I was like, okay, I guess this is just a person who vlogs and talks about their life on camera. I'm not really into that. I watched a few videos of Amazing Phil, and then I immediately stopped. I didn't know at the time, of course, that Amazing Phil would turn out to be this very prominent YouTuber, this very big person in our community, but yep, I was just like, nope, it's not for me. I don't want to listen to someone else talk about their day. I want to watch funny videos. So luckily, the one YouTuber I did meet in university did nothing but make funny videos. And in 2009, October 2009, I met Tom Scar. We were in the same group for multi-camera, one of the classes we were taking at university where we made stuff in a TV studio. And again, I didn't talk to people in classes. It didn't occur to me to make friends at university for some reason. I guess that I just couldn't find anyone who I related to until we were outside of the classroom waiting to go in for the first time, and I hear Tom quote something that I thought only I knew about. It was actually a line from a comedian called Dimitri something or other. I knew it from my then favourite blog, Geekology. Oh, he knows about Geekology, and literally no one else, probably in my life, does. I will glue myself to him. Through our classes, we got to know each other a bit more, then we started hanging out, and then he invited me to set one day. No, he didn't. First, he told me about Asdaf movie, and he told me about his life on YouTube and how he was a YouTuber, and I still didn't know what that meant. I was like, oh, I watch Rhett and Link. That's all I knew. And I was like, I don't know about this world. I just refuse to believe that you can make anything unless you're part of the BBC. Quite naively. And one day, just before Christmas, he invites me around to his house for the first time to record some lines for Asdaf movie 2. So that was my YouTube debut, was being in As If Movie 2 as a few characters. And then Christmas happened and we all went away for uni for a few weeks, and I thought, well, this friend is going to be a short-lived friend. He's going to forget about me because it's been Christmas, it's been 2 weeks, he'll make new friends, we'll come back, we'll be like, hey, on speaking terms, but, you know, no big deal. And then we came back from the Christmas break and he was like, hey, I'm shooting a sketch and you're an actress. Can you cry on cue? I was like, I sure can. I couldn't. I sure can cry on cue. And we film a sketch, which turned out to be Rad Party. And that was my visual debut onto YouTube, because obviously As If Movie was just my voice. So all through uni, I helped other people make their videos. I was in their student films. I helped with their student films. There was a couple of other YouTubers I helped out with. I was in an edisode as female vocals. And then we all graduated and moved to London, and then I moved to London as well, eventually. And when that happened, I became Tom's PA, going on shoots, being a catering assistant, makeup, actress, extra, what have you. Anything to do with production I've done at some point in my life with Tom, except hold a camera. He'd never trust me behind a camera, and I do not blame him. About 6 months after I first moved to London, I finally started my own channel, and that was a very big step for me, because that was me saying, I'm confident in my abilities to do something on my own. I don't want to lean on other people anymore. I don't want to just be helping others. I want to be doing my own stuff, and now I am. Ta-da! I am still leaning on people quite a bit, though. They know who they are, and thank you. So that's kind of my YouTube journey in a nutshell. Other things to note is that when I was in secondary school, both Dan and I had our original channels, the names of which will not be mentioned, and they were created purely for the sole purpose of me and Dan uploading our secondary school media projects, which were awful and funny, but also kind of brilliant. And those are still out there, and you will never ever find them. You actually might find them, I've just realised. I've got some unlisting to do. So that's kind of my little story on YouTube. It's been 4 years. It's gone very quickly. And I never even called myself a YouTuber until very, very recently. 4 years. A 4-year journey which actually started 8 years ago. Or, I guess, 11 years ago, if you count me watching Fairly Odd Parents. Because, well, we all have to start somewhere.